सभी कार्यकर्ता तालियों के द्वारा प्रधानमंत्री जी का फिर से एक बार अभिनंदन। नरेंद्र मोदी, नरेंद्र मोदी, नरेंद्र मोदी।
It's Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the BJP headquarters after the NDA's spectacular performance in Bihar, second only to the performance in 2010. The BJP and the JDU combined, the NDA leading in 202, which is up 80, compared to the Mahagathbandhan at 35, with RJD at 25, barely making it to leader of opposition in the state assembly. The Congress down to 6. In fact, the Prime Minister saying that his impression is there may be a split in the Congress party very soon, because there are elements in the Congress party who are not very happy with the manner in which the Congress is now becoming MMC, Maoiwadi Muslim Congress, is what the Prime Minister said. And he's asked all political parties to assist in the SIR process in other states, the special intensive revision of the voter roll. But he began by saying, Bihar ki janta ne garda uda diya. Garda uda diya is a way of saying this is spectacular what the janta, what the people of Bihar have done. So the Prime Minister, waving the gamcha, reached the BJP headquarters after the NDA's spectacular win. So while BJP President JP Nadda spoke of the BJP's win and the efforts of the BJP, the Prime Minister constantly spoke of the NDA and the effort made by the NDA partners, how there was perfect coordination amongst NDA partners, resulting in this spectacular performance. 202 is where the BJP and the NDA are. BJP at 90, JDU at 84, LJP at 19, Hindustan Awam Morcha and the others at an RLP at 9. But just compare this, contrast this. The Prime Minister said, look at the Congress, it's even worse than regional parties, its position today, its condition today. He also said, one thing is very clear, there will be no Jungle Raj, no return of Jungle Raj in Bihar. That's the verdict of the electorate. And I want to quickly bring in my colleague Preeti Chaudhary for more on this. Preeti, every part of Bihar, every region, the BJP, the NDA have done better. And as the Prime Minister said, every component of the NDA came together working in perfect sync at the booth level to ensure this result, Preeti.
Well, you're right there, Gaurav. The Prime Minister, in that speech that lasted a little short of 1 hour, detailed in a lot of ways his attack on the Congress, where he spoke of Parivarwad, where the Congress was concerned. But you're right, one big thing which he said, that wait, it's going to happen. One, he said that there'll be infighting between now the RJD and the Congress, something that we've spoken about, that it wasn't quite a cohesive alliance. On ground, there was no transfer of votes. There was a lot of acrimony. So clearly there will be rancor, and in days to come, we will see it out in the open, and that is what the Prime Minister touched on. The other thing, Gaurav, which you also pointed out, and I think, that is important, because for the first time, the Prime Minister has planted a seed where he seems to suggest that the Congress will see a vibhajan, that there will be a break in the Congress, because there is a set within the Congress that doesn't quite agree with the ideological bent of the Congress party.
This indeed is, the manner in which he said, no place for Tushtikaran, no place for appeasement. The new politics is Santushtikaran. He said there is a new MY that has come up in Bihar. So some parties may have wanted and may have survived on MY Muslim Yadav, but the new MY in Bihar is Mahila and Yuva, Preeti. In every part of Bihar, if you see, if these are the kind of seats, 90% strike rate for the Bharatiya Janata Party across sections, which means the MY, the Mahila and the Yuva, the largest voting bloc, appear to have voted for the BJP. Of course, we'll know the breakup, and the NDA will only know the breakup once a post-election survey is done. But it's spectacular the way they've done.
Well, you're right there, Gaurav. So, give me a moment, because yes, we just heard the Prime Minister bolster, his attack, and why not? Look at it, Gaurav, there are two people who've stitched this spectacular win for the NDA, and that is what we call here on India Today the Sunimo. It's a tsunami in terms of what we've witnessed, much like Maharashtra, much like 2010, where Bihar elections were concerned, and it was stitched together by two people. So if it's a tsunami, then the knee comes in with Nitish Kumar and the tsunami and Modi. So, this is what it looks like. Sunimo, this is what it looks like. And I want to take a moment, Gaurav, and cut across to our election intelligence dashboard. Because the devil, of course, in the detail, there is a fine print to this election, how it all came together, and ultimately, what you just said there, the strike rate. Look at the strike rate where political parties stand right now, and their alliances. The NDA, spectacular. The BJP has recorded its best ever strike rate in history there, where they have won out of 101 seats, 90 seats. As an alliance, the NDA has struck literal gold, where its strike rate today stands at 83% in Bihar. Look at how abysmally the Mahagathbandhan has done. Abysmal 14%. It's never been this bad for the Mahagathbandhan, where their strike rate has come down to 14%. Where others are concerned, their strike rate 2%, largely made of the AIMIM and that's it, the AIMIM actually, if you look at it, because it's been a polarized election. One thing, Gaurav, that I would like to take our viewers through, and I'll toss back to you, and you can come to me again then, but is you break that strike rate on how each party has done. So much was said, how the left will do. What happens to Jan Swaraj? Was it just the imagination of a lot of people sitting in Lutyens, Delhi, a phenomena on social media? Let's turn to our election intelligence dashboard, and Gaurav, one can get a larger understanding. So the Bharatiya Janata Party, how each party's done, we've broken it up on our election intelligence dashboard. 101 seats, both the BJP and the JDU fought. The BJP has won 90, Gaurav, of 101. The JDU has won 84 of 101. Both of them right now, BJP principal, JDU coming in second, where the single largest parties are concerned. Look, on the other account, you have the LJP that's done phenomenally well. They would have, Chirag Paswan would be a happy man today. Out of 28, winning 19 seats in all possibility, LJP will push for deputy CM, and the rest of the components, 13 out of 9, which was far, far impressive than, where the NJD stands. The Mahagathbandhan, 143 seats is what the RJD fought. Abysmal 25 seats is what it's actually converted. Congress, it's not 61, it was about 58, you could suggest, but out of 58 seats, just 6 seats the Congress has won. Abysmal. VIP, the Deputy Chief Minister face Mukesh Sahani was from this very party and got 12 seats fought, came down with absolutely nothing to add to his alliance. The rest here, 38 seats, which were the left and other smaller outfits like IP Gupta, just 4 there. The Jan Swaraj, so much was made about the Jan Swaraj. We'll get into the vote percentage as well, Gaurav. But the Jan Swaraj, out of 238 seats that it fought, nothing. A big fat 0 for the Jan Swaraj. And you can look at the RLJP and the rest. But just a quick vote, on the vote share, Gaurav, before I toss it back to you. Take a look at this. The Bharatiya Janata Party with a vote share of 20.6. Of course, you have to add the JDU to it, 19.6%. The LJP, 5.1%. And that makes the lot of the NDA, plus 2.2% of the rest. Now, you turn around to the Mahagathbandhan, 23.3% for the RJD. So the RJD has got, if you look at it, has clung on to its vote share. It was about 24%, 24.3% the last time. So just 1% short for the RJD. So the core vote bank of the RJD is with the party, but look at how the NDA has mopped up what the others were the last time around. The Congress, 8.9% vote share. VIP, 1.4%. The rest, 5.0%. So much was said about Jan Swaraj managing just about 3.4%. Important to look at the rest here, Gaurav, with a 10%, because the AIMIM might not have had such a big vote share number because they were fighting limited seats in a limited pocket in Simachal. But look at the fact that they have converted, the last I knew, 5 seats in Simachal alone. Over to you, Gaurav.
And the Prime Minister made one thing very clear. Bihar's politics have changed, Preeti. So far, when everyone was talking about MY factor, being Muslim and Yadav and Tushtikaran, he said one thing, Jangal Raj will not return. The second thing the Prime Minister has made very clear, the new MY is Mahila and Yuva. Listen into the Prime Minister. I'll also get you details of the Prime Minister's perhaps most direct attack on the Congress party. So let's talk about the Mahagathbandhan. Let's talk about the Jungle Raj of RJD that the Prime Minister referred to, and the new MY Loha Lohe ko kaatta hai. Listen in.
एक पुरानी कहावत है, लोहा लोहे को काटता है। बिहार में कुछ दलों ने तुष्टीकरण वाला MY माय फॉर्मूला बनाया था, पर आज की इस जीत ने एक नया सकारात्मक MY माय फॉर्मूला दिया है, और ये है महिला और यूथ। आज बिहार देश के उन राज्यों में है जहां सबसे ज्यादा युवाओं की संख्या है, और इसमें हर धर्म हर जाति के युवा है। उनकी इच्छा, उनकी आकांक्षा और उनके सपनों ने जंगल राज वालों के पुराने सांप्रदायिक माय फॉर्मूले को पूरी तरह ध्वस्त कर दिया है। मैं आज बिहार के युवाओं का विशेष रूप से अभिनंदन करता हूं, और मैंने चुनाव में बार बार कहा था, और बिहार के चुनाव में जब मैं जंगल राज की बात करता था, कट्टा सरकार की बात करता था, तो आरजेडी के लोग कभी विरोध नहीं करते थे, लेकिन कांग्रेस वालों को बहुत चुभता था, और बहुत मोदी क्या बोल रहे हैं, ऐसा क्या बोल रहे हैं। लेकिन आज मैं फिर कहना चाहता हूं, मैं कहूंगा अब वापस नहीं आएगी कट्टा सरकार, अब वापस नहीं आएगी, अब वापस नहीं आएगी, अब वापस नहीं आएगी।
So the Prime Minister made it very clear there is no return to the Jungle Raj. The Jungle Raj where he said booths were captured, votes were stolen. Now he insisted not one place was there a repoll. And this is the Suraksha and Sushasan the Prime Minister referred to. But give me a moment, what did this messaging, Bihar saying no to Jungle Raj as the Prime Minister put it, Preeti, in numbers, it's being borne out right now.
Well, you know, where does the Prime Minister have the confidence to say what he did today, Gaurav? This is it. It is all coming out of the massive sweeping mandate that the NDA has been given by the state of Bihar. Look at the numbers there party-wise, and the writing is literally, if I can say, on the wall. And when he says that, you know, this particular sarkar will not come back, which is the Katta sarkar, which he called, well, if you look at these numbers, this is very difficult to rise off. Of course, rise from. Nobody can write anyone off in politics, but look at the figures there. I just want to take a moment, Gaurav, and I want to reflect on the big-ticket VIP seats. So much was said about Tejasvi Yadav fighting from Raghavpur, a special strategy, Gaurav. You know, you yourself spoke about it, which was in place by the Bharatiya Janata Party on the seat of Raghavpur. Earlier on, the RJD did think that there could be an issue on that seat, and they had advised Tejasvi to fight from 2 seats. That would have been terrible optics. No. So then Tejasvi decided to go all in with Raghavpur, and it came down literally to the wire. It was touch and go, and finally you have Tejasvi Yadav, whose seat was announced just about 2 hours ago. He's won, but with a narrow, slender margin, of just, Gaurav, of 18,000 votes. So this is how it actually turned out, and the rest is a washout. I can happily go to the other VIPs to show you on how it actually looks, but it's just, it's a wash with all BJP leaders who have all won, and every possible RJD big ticket face has lost that election, including
Vijay
Tej
Kumar
Pratap.
Sinha. I mean, just look at Vijay Kumar Sinha.
True,
People
everyone thought he was going to lose.
He's losing, yes, Lakhisarai.
Everyone thought Khesari Lal Yadav nikal lenge Chhapra ki seat. Bhojpur actor hai. He did more rallies than Tejasvi. Bhojpuri singer hai. But lost there. Tej Pratap Yadav, who floated his own outfit, estranged brother of Tejasvi, son of Lalu, lost his seat from Mahua. So this is what it looks like, Gaurav. It's a saffron surge. And a JDU, of course. So Tir Chhap and Kamal Chhap and LJP have done their magic where it comes down, where Bihar comes into question.
So let's try and understand how it worked out. And Preeti, stay with us. Preeti's traveled across the length and breadth of Bihar. Rajat Sethi joins me on this broadcast. Before I come to them, once again, I want you to listen in to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He started with Chhathi Maiya ki Jai. Remember, the Prime Minister's big, not on our culture, on our traditions, on our history. And he said, Chhath festival, the effort is to now take it to the UNESCO World Heritage Festival. That's the effort. Listen into the Prime Minister. I'll get you much more on what he said and the direction in which this is now moving. We'll talk about what will happen or what the Prime Minister intends to happen in Bengal and other parts of the country. But listen into the Prime Minister.
मैंने पहले भी इसी मंच से कांग्रेस के सहयोगियों को चेताया था। मैंने कहा था कि कांग्रेस एक लायबिलिटी है। कांग्रेस एक ऐसी परजीवी है जो अपने सहयोगियों के वोट बैंक को निगलकर अपनी वापसी करना चाहती है। इसलिए कांग्रेस से सावधान रहने की जरूरत उसके सहयोगियों को भी है। आज बिहार में आरजेडी को सांप सूंघा हुआ है।
So let me quickly bring in Rajat Sethi into this conversation. Rajat, you've been with us, through several days. One, did you expect this result? And two, your take on what the Prime Minister said. So while the BJP president may have spoken of BJP's role, the Prime Minister was very clear, Rajat. It was all about NDA's coordination at every level.
That is right. And I think I'll start off with, Chhathi Maiya and the connect, the cultural connect that Prime Minister started off with. Contrast this with the lack of cultural connect on the Mahagathbandhan side. If you remember, Rahul Gandhi evoked Chhathi Maiya only in a very derogatory sense when he used it. That was the only time. And Chhath is not a normal festival. It is an acute degree of faith around this festival, and Biharis cannot be disassociated with this festival. There is no imagination around which you can imagine Bihar without Chhath. And I believe this depth of this festivity around Chhath needs to be understood by the Congress party, and this is why Prime Minister calls Maowadis have taken over the Congress party, because there is a very alternate worldview that they live in, where festivals don't matter, cultural connection doesn't matter. Why
religion is not important?
Yeah, religion is not important. Have you ever seen Rahul Gandhi light a Diwali diya? Ever? I have never seen that.
But
how do you?
He's been on the temple.
No,
he's visited temples.
Forget
before
about that.
elections.
No. I'm just saying being participant and having that cultural bond. I come from Awadh. I have never seen him celebrating my biggest festival, which is Diwali. How would a Bihari feel when you are not seen कि line में लग के कहीं पे छठ का प्रसाद ले लिया, किसी से ठेकुआ मांगा, कहीं तो आप cultural connection दिखाओ. Your cultural connection, you are seamlessly connecting with the cool kids that you surround yourself, who are calling you Pookie and all of those things. That's the lingo that he connects with.
And apparently
he doesn't connect with
Yuva have voted for the BJP and the NDA. These are the numbers.
He wants to connect with the ultra elite. He doesn't want to connect with the body politic, the underbelly of this country, whose astha, whose lived reality is surrounds such festivals like
Okay.
Chhath. And that is where the huge gaps come in. And this is where ideologically, what Prime Minister said is the heart of the problem. The kind of advisors that Rahul Gandhi ji is associating himself with do not believe in the cultural ethos of this country. And that disconnect runs so
Okay.
deep. And I believe this is where, you miss out on opportunities. You could have, stood in queues and stood in the Ganga and sought the prasad of the Chhath, but you did not do that.
Stay with me for a moment as I draw into this conversation Himanshu Kumar Singh, national spokesperson of the JDU. Himanshu Singh, you heard the Prime Minister. We are waiting to hear the Chief Minister of Bihar. Do we see celebrations in the JDU camp in a bigger way tomorrow? You're reading one of this result and what the Prime Minister said.
जी नमस्कार।
Namaste.
और सबसे पहले बिहार की महान जनता को नमस्कार और जितने भी एनडीए के कार्यकर्ता हैं सबको बधाई और सबका धन्यवाद। और निश्चित तौर पे जो बिहार आप छठ पर्व का अपमान करते हो तो बिहारी कभी इसको बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकती। और दूसरी बात, जननायक कर्पूरी ठाकुर के उपाधि को चोरी करने का प्रयास किया गया तो इसे भी बिहार की जनता कभी माफ नहीं करेगी। और तीसरी बात, जो मंच के माध्यम से मोदी जी का अपमान, उन पे व्यक्तिगत टिप्पणी, उनके मां के बारे में अभद्र टिप्पणी और ये माननीय मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी पे व्यक्तिगत टिप्पणी, उनके स्वास्थ्य को लेकर प्रोपेगेंडा फैलाना, तो ये सब जनता देख रही थी। और ये ऐसी चीज है जिसको लेकर जनता कभी माफ नहीं कर सकती। एनडीए सरकार ने पिछले 20 सालों से बिहार के लिए दिन रात करके उस गड्ढे में पड़े हुए बिहार, जिसको 15 साल की जंगल राज की जो सरकार थी गड्ढे में डाल दी थी, उसको यहां तक लेके आया। कोई भी हो, शिक्षा हो, स्वास्थ्य हो, किसी भी क्षेत्र में जाए, महिला सशक्तिकरण, पिछड़ा, अति पिछड़ा, दलित, महादलित, सभी के सशक्तिकरण के लिए काम हुआ। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में सभी जगह आपको अब रोड मिल जाएंगे प्रत्येक घर के सामने। उसके अलावा
नहीं,
सभी जगह
लेकिन जो
नल जल पहुंचा
नौकरी
दिया
का
गया,
प्रश्न है वो
100%
नौकरी का प्रश्न
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी
खैर वो
पहुंचा
तो
दी
कल
गई।
आपसे पूछेंगे क्योंकि अभी भी जनता ने आप पर तो पूर्णतया विश्वास किया है, लेकिन नौकरी की जो अपेक्षा है युवाओं की उस पर कल से आपको प्रश्न पूछना शुरू करेंगे। हिमांशु भाई रहिए मेरे साथ, रहिए मेरे साथ, because I want you to listen into the Prime Minister's big charge on the Congress party, big attack on the Congress party in that victory celebration, or if I may, Dhanyavad Yatra or Sabha, as JP Nadda, the BJP president, put it, where the Prime Minister said Congress is like the Muslim League, Muslim Maowadi Congress, and there is a section within the Congress that's not very happy about it and may see a split in the Congress in times to come. Listen in to the Prime Minister.
कांग्रेस के पास देश के लिए कोई पॉजिटिव विजन नहीं है। सच्चाई ये है कि आज कांग्रेस, और मैं बहुत गंभीरता के साथ कहता हूं, आज कांग्रेस मुस्लिम लीगी माओवादी कांग्रेस यानी एमएमसी बन गई है। ये कांग्रेस मुस्लिम लीगी माओवादी कांग्रेस है, ये एमएमसी है। और कांग्रेस का पूरा एजेंडा अब इसी पर चलता है और इसलिए अब कांग्रेस के भीतर भी एक अलग धड़ा पैदा हो रहा है जो इस नेगेटिव पॉलिटिक्स से असहज है। ये जो कांग्रेस के नामदार हैं, ये जिस रास्ते पर कांग्रेस को लेकर चल रहे हैं, इसके प्रति घोर निराशा, घोर नाराजगी अंदर ही अंदर पनप रही है।
So I want to bring in Radhika Kheda of the Bharatiya Janata Party joining me on the broadcast. Radhika, what does Maowadi Muslim Congress mean? What is the Prime Minister's implication?
to take this moment to thank the people of Bihar for this landslide victory that they have given the Bharatiya Janata Party and for their faith in Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and the Chief Minister of Bihar. Now, when the Prime Minister talks about certain things, especially Maowadi Muslim Congress, we've seen that they only have a pro-Maowadi vichardhara. We saw when we were even having the Maoists to surrender, the Congress actually went on record to say that unko mat aap surrender karaiye, Maovad aap kyun khatam kara rahe. There were so many statements coming from Telangana and Karnataka on this. And we have seen for their appeasement politics, they have gone to n number of lengths. They only want to tackle a certain type of vote bank. They don't care about the entire vote bank of Bihar. Unka sara focus was only on the Muslim votes or on the communist votes. And that is how the Congress also works. And if you saw, the Congress have actually declared, the Telangana chief minister said that the Muslims are because of the Congress. So their stand is absolutely clear.
The point that the Prime Minister makes, Rajat Sethi, that his impression is maybe Congress will split, Congress mein vibhajan ho jayega or words to that effect, given that even within the Congress there are those who are not very happy with this kind of thinking.
See, the fundamental reason is that you see what Congress's approach has been in this election. Their principal point of, entire focus of the campaign was SIR. Congress own workers believe that SIR is a logically flawed argument because people who are going to vote, how will you explain SIR to them who can see their vote in the voter list? So there was a logical flaw, but he kept clinging on to that. And he was surrounded by his advisors, maybe because of the advice of his advisors, continued to parrot this idea that election commission is wrong and kept pouring acid onto the roots of our constitutional bodies. You keep doing that and you keep finding excuses and not addressing the parent issue as to why is your party losing election after election. This is going to create turbulence within the Congress party, and it should. The problem is that there have been ample number of leaders who tried to voice. There was a G23. Look at what happened to G23. Essentially, every single leader had to leave the party and come out of it. Look at Shashi Tharoor. He's trying to bring reason to the party and he's sidelined. Who is left? Where is the breathing space? Where is oxygen left within this party, which has turned into a very Maoist kind of a party where cultural purging is the only way out?
You
purge all aspects of it and create this Colombian worldview that Rahul Gandhi wants to bring to the table.
And when they talk of Gen Z, the kind of support that we've seen, at least on the streets as of now, I want to bring in Suyesha Sawant, our colleague who joins us from the JDU office in Patna. So, the kind of celebration, Suyesha, what's happening right now? Has Nitish Kumar been seen, heard since the spectacular victory of the NDA?
Not really, Gaurav, and as much as that may have been a disappointment for the cadres to an extent, but not so much that it would in any way color the level of celebrations that they really wanted to take to, because it was nothing short of the biggest celebration probably that one could see at the JD office today. Yes, of course, in the previous elections and especially on Victory Day, Nitish Kumar has come, he has held a press conference, but that wasn't the case today. In fact, the tweet also that came in around 7 p.m. where he thanked all the allies and he lauded the victory of the NDA. And then, of course, that big speech by Prime Minister Narendra Modi where he went on to take on the Congress. So all in all, we've seen how the Mahagathbandhan largely, especially Tejashwi, especially the RJD, has not really taken it well, because you could sense that sentiment in the cadres who went all out to say that there will be an uprising, there will be bullets, and typically to those statements where Prime Minister Narendra Modi again highlighting how Jungle Raj would have been the way had the Mahagathbandhan come to the power, and he assured people once again where he said that, that is not the route that Bihar is going to take again. The formula, of course, for the NDA, where he said that it is MY, Mahila and Youth, and that was the formula for the NDA that they targeted.
And that's what the Prime Minister also spoke of. He spoke of this golden journey for the next 25 years, Suyesha. What is this Swarnim Yatra that the Prime Minister refers to, and he talks of the NDA moving forward. You know, in a moment from now, former Union Minister Smriti Irani joins my colleague Maria Shakil. But before that, listen into the Prime Minister on the road ahead for the NDA in Bihar.
नई सरकार के साथ एनडीए अब बिहार में 25 वर्षों की स्वर्णिम यात्रा की तरफ आगे बढ़ रहा है। बिहार ने ये सुनिश्चित किया है, बिहार की महान भूमि पर फिर कभी जंगल राज की वापसी नहीं होने वाली है। आज की ये जीत बिहार की उन माताओं, बहनों और बेटियों की है जिन्होंने सालों तक आरजेडी के शासन में जंगल राज का आतंक झेला है। ये जीत बिहार के उस नौजवान की है जिसके भविष्य को कांग्रेस और लाल झंडे वालों के आतंक के कारण बर्बाद किया गया। आज वो रेड कॉरिडोर, आतंक के वो दिन इतिहास बन गए हैं। बिहार विकास के रास्ते पर आगे बढ़ रहा है और अब ये यात्रा रुकने वाली नहीं है।
The reason why the BJP is called an election-winning machine is that it believes in all hands on deck. Senior ministers, BJP MPs, BJP MLAs of other states all pool in and contribute, do micromanagement to ensure the victory of the party and their alliance partners. I'm going to go straight to London, from where Smriti Irani, senior BJP leader, former union minister, and one of the star campaigners of the BJP is joining me now. Ms. Irani, thank you so much. You were in Patna just a few days ago before the second phase. When you look at this victory, this is stupendous to say. Somebody would say, you know, that a victory of this nature would be magical. What do you think has driven the NDA to this kind of performance?
I think the results today are historic on many counts. Firstly, the sheer number of voters who turned up at the polling booth, irrespective of the insurmountable attacks, unsubstantiated attacks by the opposition on the Election Commission. My compliments to the officials of the Election Commission and administrative officers who ensured this vibrant celebration of Indian democracy in the state of Bihar. Secondly, that needs to be said and again celebrated, ecstatically so, is the sheer number of women who turned up to vote. Particularly the fact that there was more than 8% more female voters at the polling booth in Bihar as compared to men. That is a historic first. But what drove these women in hordes to the polling station is not only the issue of development, but more so the very tragic and horror of the days of governance of the RJD, when crime was an industry. Women have decidedly voted in the favor not only of development, but they've also voted for the desire to see law and order well established due to the combine of Nitish Kumar and Narendra Modi. So it is a celebration, especially in a state where many are so-called consultants and advocates of the opposition parties said that Bihar is looking for a change. Yes, the change has been more than perceptible. It is a change which now votes for development and is not fragmented across caste lines. This is indeed a historic declaration for support of development politics in the state of Bihar.
Ma'am, in 2010, Nitish Kumar was at the peak of his career.
it is then that he got this kind of mandate. While you're talking about the Mahila voter, there is also that Yuva factor which is at play here. And what about the Narendra Modi, contribution to this entire victory?
I think the two of them together have determined that 76 lakh farmers in Bihar got the benefits of the Prime Minister's welfare schemes for farmers across the country. The fact that the benefit was accrued by farmers irrespective of caste and religion within the state of Bihar is something that can be factored in. The fact that 1 crore 30 lakh women who are a part of the Jivika Parivar and known as Jivika Didis in no way can be rubbished or in no way can be lessened in terms of the impact that they financially and societally created. The combine of Narendra Modi and Nitish also ensured that the infrastructural needs of Bihar are met with. Today, if you come to the capital and you see Patna and the surrounding infrastructure around the city, that itself is a testimony to how the Samanvay, the collaboration between the center and the state, have benefited citizens within the state. Notwithstanding the Yuva factor that you wanted me to reflect upon, be mindful of the fact that the youth of the state do not want a return of Jungle Raj, which was the defining politics of the RJD, which was a defining moment of politics for the RJD Congress combined. So not only have the women of Bihar spoken, but also the youth of Bihar have rejected the politics of Jungle Raj.
Okay, my last question to you, because I know you're in the middle of your commitments in London. Ma'am, did you sense this kind of a landslide victory? You were there campaigning for the BJP, interacting at multiple levels. Did you sense this coming?
Maria, personally, am ecstatic to see what has happened in Chhapra and Choti Kumari. The fact that a very Samanya BJP Mahila Morcha Karyakarta who has spent years in the Sangathan could rise to the challenge which was posed by the Mahagathbandhan, especially when they tried to infuse star power. I think her victory is a testimony to how the BJP Sangathan has flourished. Her victory is a testimony to how women in politics in BJP in the state of Bihar have flourished. Her victory also is a tribute to the combine of Nitish Kumar and Narendra Modi. So if you pick these little victories as well, seat by seat, you will see the definite change that the state of Bihar has today proffered to the people of India. My heartiest
Smriti Irani.
gratitude and congratulations to the citizens of Bihar. They have made stupendous history.
Congratulations to you for your contribution to your party's victory. Smriti Irani, always a pleasure speaking to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us here on India Today. With that, Gaurav, back to you for all the conversations.
You know, the Prime Minister was very clear that SIR will be carried out now in Bengal and in other states. And Maria, stay with me because this is something that's extremely significant. He hoped other governments will cooperate and other states will cooperate because he linked it also to the youth. The youth want clean electoral rolls. What is his indication? We'll discuss this in a moment, but listen into the Prime Minister.
बिहार के चुनावों ने एक और बात सिद्ध की है। अब देश का मतदाता, खास तौर पर हमारा युवा मतदाता, मतदाता सूची के शुद्धिकरण को बहुत गंभीरता से लेता है। बिहार के युवा ने भी मतदाता सूची शुद्धिकरण को जबरदस्त तरीके से सपोर्ट किया है और मैं मानता हूं कि लोकतंत्र की पवित्रता के लिए हर मतदाता का उसकी अहमियत होती है, उसका हक होता है। अब हर दल का ये दायित्व बनता है कि वे पोलिंग बूथ पर अपनी अपनी पार्टियों को सक्रिय करें और मतदाता सूची शुद्धिकरण के काम में उत्साह के साथ जुड़े, 100% योगदान दें, ताकि बाकी जगहों पर भी मतदाता सूची का पूरी तरह शुद्धिकरण हो सके।
Let me once again bring in Rajat Sethi into this conversation because the Prime Minister's signal, Rajat, is very clear. On SIR process, it's happened in Bihar, Bengal and other states next, irrespective of what the opposition may think or believe.
I think, opposition also believes in the cleanup of the electoral roll. I mean, if anything, that the hydrogen bomb, the only sort of takeaway for me was that there are discrepancies, there are duplicities in the electoral roll, and electoral roll has to be cleansed properly pan-India. You cannot do it in isolation in one state, because then voters will, some fictitious voters can leave that state, go to the other state, register themselves there, and come back in. So if you have to clean up, this is one of the best possible ways to identify duplicacies, remove that, identify bona fide voters only, and look at how the polling percentages also go up because of that, because the base is lowered, the denominator goes down, and you see a more enthusiastic participation of the voters because there is genuine voters in the final list. I don't see Congress even coming up with an intellectually coherent argument to come out and oppose SIR.
Except that they say that genuine voters are being removed.
Where is the complaint? Where are people hitting the road? See, you have to present evidences before the common man, not before the courts, but before the common man. We need to see where is that proof in the pudding there. I don't see it. Had Congress's party's claims that lakhs of voters have been deliberately deleted, where were they? Where were they protesting on the streets? I did not see that, and I believe this is where even the public's disconnect with this issue comes in. They don't believe in what Rahul Gandhi is saying, because on one side he says genuine voters are deleted, and then on Haryana he says there are just so many wrongful voters entered into the voter list.
Okay.
One national exercise to clean it up, identify, if at all, any illegal migrants who are just deliberately getting Aadhaar cards and becoming bona fide citizens of this country. That should not be allowed. You cannot give Aadhaar as a route to citizenship at all.
In fact, when I spoke to Giriraj Singh, Union Minister Giriraj Singh, earlier this afternoon, after BJP and NDA's this victory, he made it very clear he hopes and he will try to see that when the new government comes in, their first task is to deal with Ghuspetiyas in Bihar. Himanshu Kumar Singh, how much was Ghuspetiya an issue in these elections, and what role did the SIR process have, especially in Simanchal, where you seem to have done better than earlier, leading or winning in 15, but AIMIM also doing well, and Congress, of course, holding on to, I think, 6 in that region, one up there from 5.
देखिए, SIR का भी मुद्दा रहा ही नहीं बिहार के लिए। जो ये मुद्दा है, बिहार पे थोपा गया मुद्दा है। उनको अगर महागठबंधन को रोजगार, जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, जो शिक्षा, एजुकेशन, इस पे बात करते तो कुछ हद तक बातें होती। SIR का मुद्दा से कोई लेना देना नहीं है बिहार की जनता को। तो इस तरह का मुद्दा थोपा गया था और जनता है जो इससे कन्विंस नहीं हुई, क्योंकि अगर ये होता जेन्युइन में वोट चोरी होती तो जनता खुल के आते, सामने आते। सोशल मीडिया का जमाना है, आपको वीडियो वायरल होता, लोग अपना पक्ष रखते, लेकिन एक भी ऐसा वीडियो मिला नहीं कि जिसमें लोग इसके बारे में बात करते आए। तो ये मुद्दा थोपा गया था। So I think this is not related with the issue of Bihar.
The Prime Minister also, in his address, he said this verdict of 203 is a very clear indication that the voters of Bihar have said no to Jungle Raj. Jungle Raj ki entry nahi. He elaborated by saying, in the elections earlier, booths would be captured, votes would be stolen. All of that is not happening, and he emphasized not one repoll in any booth across Bihar. Listen in.
और मैंने चुनाव में बार बार कहा था, और बिहार के चुनाव में जब मैं जंगल राज की बात करता था, कट्टा सरकार की बात करता था, तो आरजेडी के लोग कभी विरोध नहीं करते थे, लेकिन कांग्रेस वालों को बहुत चुभता था और बहुत मोदी क्या बोल रहे हैं, ऐसा क्या बोल रहे हैं। लेकिन आज मैं फिर कहना चाहता हूं, मैं कहूंगा अब वापस नहीं आएगी कट्टा सरकार, अब वापस नहीं आएगी, अब वापस नहीं आएगी, अब वापस नहीं आएगी।
So massive Gamcha celebrations in Patna also, in Delhi also. But Radhika, is Bengal the next target, especially on the issue of special intensive revision of the electoral list?
Absolutely. Bengal, not only Bengal, the entire country is going to go through SIR eventually because this was the need of the hour. And this has also happened earlier only when the Bharatiya Janata Party was in government. The UPA came and they got in all the घुसपैठियाज और फिर बोलते हैं कि घुसपैठिया आपकी आंखों के नीचे कैसे आ गए. The 10 years of UPA government got so many घुसपैठियाज in. So that has to be sorted out. The things of this government that we are providing to the people of the country are for Indians, not for the Ghuspaitias, like the Congress has categorically said in Jharkhand, if you remember, during the elections. The General Secretary of the Congress Party, Ghulam Ahmad Mir, who's also a leader from Jammu Kashmir, he went on to say, "Hamari sarkar aayegi to 500 rupees ka cylinder jo Rohingya hai unko bhi milega." He said it in absolute clear words. So they know who their vote bank is. They know that they want to give them those cylinders. So that SIR is very important. And one very important thing, Gaurav, if the Congress believes that vote chori hoti hai, although one of the main team members of Rahul Gandhi, Yogendra Yadav, has been seen on television all day today saying, मुझे तो पता था एनडीए की सरकार आ रही है क्योंकि मैं जब पान वाले के पास जाता था या कहीं जाता था तो यहाँ पे चर्चा होती थी कि एनडीए आ रहा है. And he's one of the brains behind की वोट चोरी आंदोलन of Rahul Gandhi. He has also accepted this today. But like I was saying, that if the Congress believes that vote chori ho rahi hai, if Rahul Gandhi believes in the narrative, he should come forward and say that SIR is very important. You can't have one on one side, you can't say ki bhaiya vote chori ho rahi hai, and on the
On
other
what
side,
basis, Radhika, is the Prime Minister saying Congress may split? On what basis is he saying that? You've been a part of the Congress party. Are there those who are not very happy with what the Prime Minister describes is that Maowadi Muslim Congress?
Absolutely. If you see the in charges of Bihar, what they have done earlier in Punjab, the same in charge Krishna Alaveru, it's for everyone to see. His own party was saying Gaddi chhod to Krishna Alaveru. And even when the Muslim League is concerned, they behave like that. Like I said initially, I have worked with Rahul Gandhi for several years. And you could not say it or wear it on your sleeve that you're a Hindu. You had to, there was like Rajat ji was saying that he's never seen Rahul Gandhi light a diya. Well, in the 22 years that I was in Congress, Congress never celebrated Diwali in office. But at the Congress office, wahan pe
But he's visited several temples. I remember Randeep Surjewala saying he's a Janeyu-dhari Hindu.
This is seasonal Janeyu.
Gaurav, I was a part of that entire time when he went to Somnath temple. And wahan pe, if you remember, one of the national media coordinators wrote his name on the register of non-Hindu. And let me tell you, anything related to Rahul Gandhi is not written without the approval of Rahul Gandhi and his team that compromises of KV Baiju and his assistants. So he was asked to write his name in the non-Hindu register. And that is a fact. और उसके बाद एक photo लेकर आना for damage control. And imagine the photo also that they got was a Janeyu over the coat. Which Janeyu-dhari Hindu wears a Janeyu over the coat? I have never seen anyone like that. कल से हम सब भी Janeyu ऊपर से पहनना शुरू कर देंगे सारे आदमी. So that's not the way. Rahul Gandhi has a separate what you call aversion to Hindus and anything Hindu. They never celebrate. And I will tell you for an example. I used to head the social media for the Indian Youth Congress. And when when we were celebrating Diwali once, I was even asked not to put the Diwali lights in the Congress office because I wanted to celebrate Diwali. That is how the hatred is there in the Congress for Hindus.
I'm still waiting for the Congress party spokesperson. We are told should be joining us anytime.
And Trump celebrates Diwali in White House. Why does Rahul Gandhi not celebrate?
No, but the Congress party celebrates Diwali.
No,
see,
this is, it's just a logical break. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Congress
but
party,
give me a
state
moment.
offices and national offices have always celebrated Eid and Ramzan ke समय में जो festival मनाया जाता है. Never in any Congress office has Diwali or any Hindu festival being celebrated.
Okay, Himanshu, this time, when you look at, of course, there will be a dissection later when post-poll analysis is done and surveys are done. But the kind of mandate JDU and BJP have got together and their spectacular strike rate out of 101, both for 90 for the BJP, 85 for the JDU. Is this an indication that everybody is voted for you and not just, certain caste ecosystem, but even Muslims and Yadavs? Is that your appreciation?
डेफिनेटली बिल्कुल कास्ट और कम्युनिटी से उठकर सभी लोगों ने वोट दिया, स्पेशली जो महिला फीमेल्स है, किसी भी कम्युनिटी की है, उन्होंने एनडीए को वोट किया है। इसके अलावा सारे कास्ट में, चाहे आप यादव जाओ, मुस्लिम जाओ, सभी लोगों ने वोट किया है, क्योंकि सभी लोगों को जो हमारे 20 सालों में जो हमने एनडीए सरकार ने जो विकास किया है, वो वहां पे दिखता है। रोड, नल जल, शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य, जितने सेक्टर है सभी पे काम हुआ है, तो ये दिखता है वहां पे और जनता इसको एक्सेप्ट करती है। तो इसीलिए उन्होंने इतना बड़ा मैंडेट दिया है और हमने जो जो संकल्प लिया है पहले, उसको हमने पूरा करके दिखाया है जनता को।
तो आपका
आने वाले
सबसे
5
पहला आपकी
वर्ष बहुत
सरकार
ही
का क्या
महत्वपूर्ण
काम
होंगे।
होगा? क्योंकि युवा तो नौकरी मांग रहे हैं। क्या नौकरी आपका सबसे बड़ा सबसे पहला योगदान होगा?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, नौकरी, प्रत्येक जिले में इंडस्ट्री लगाई जाएगी और सभी को रोजगार दिया जाएगा। तो हमने 1 करोड़ युवाओं को रोजगार देने का लक्ष्य रखा है हमने अपने मैनिफेस्टो में, लेकिन हम लोग की कोशिश होगी कि इससे भी ज्यादा हम लोग करें, क्योंकि हमने जो भी कमिटमेंट किया उसको पूरा करके दिखाया है। तो इसे भी पूरा करके दिखाएंगे। तो निश्चित तौर से रोजगार सबसे बड़ा है, हम लोग इसके लिए पूरी
People
तरह
have
प्रतिबद्ध हैं।
trusted you, and what a spectacular trust that people of Bihar have posed in the BJP and the JDU. And when we traveled, whether it was Mokama, where several industries have sadly shut down, from a shoe factory to a liquor shop, okay, so to a liquor factory, to a wagon factory, and so much more has shut down. Let's see how much of that can be revived. But the Prime Minister very clearly saying this victory is an answer to dynasty politics, that dynasties नामदार नहीं, कामदार अब जीत रहे हैं। लिसन इन।
आज के ये परिणाम वंशवाद की राजनीति के खिलाफ विकासवाद की राजनीति को दिया जनादेश है। आप खुद सोचिए, जो लोग छठ पूजा को ड्रामा कह सकते हैं, वो बिहार की परंपरा का कितना सम्मान करते होंगे। और इनकी हेकड़ी देखिए। साथियों, छठी मैया से कांग्रेस आरजेडी ने आज तक माफी नहीं मांगी और बिहार के लोग ये कभी नहीं भूलेंगे। साथियों, बिहार की आन बान शान, ये हमारी प्राथमिकता है।
So a spectacular win for the NDA in Bihar, historic mandate, very close to that historic mandate of 2010. But I also want to leave you with what the Prime Minister said, when he links about a golden road ahead, a journey ahead, but linking it to our culture, the culture of Bihar, which he wants to take across the country and the world on the Chhath festival. I want to thank all my guests, and I want to leave you with this statement of Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Virasat bhi aur Vikas bhi and how. Listen in.
जय छठी मैया, जय छठी मैया, जय छठी मैया। ये प्रचंड जीत, ये अटूट विश्वास बिहार के लोगों ने बिल्कुल गर्दा उड़ा दिया है। आज आज बिहार के घर घर में मखाने की खीर बनाना पक्का कर दिया है। और मुझे खुशी हुई कि यहां भी मखाना की खीर सबको खिलाई गई है।